Welcome back students. As you know that we are continuing the lesson Vipin Chaudhary Lapse of Memory. This lesson is divided into 4 phases. We have already completed 2 phases in our previous class. In these 2 phases we came to know that there is a character whose name is Bipin Babu and who was unable to recall the incident of 1958 when he went to Ranchi with Parimal Ghosh and Dinesh Mukherjee. Now, what happens next? We will try to find out in the third and fourth phase. Now, I am going to read it. After lunchtime, Bipin Babu realized that he could not possibly carry on sitting at his desk and working. This had never happened in the 25 years he had been with the firm. He had a reputation for being a timeless, conscientious worker, but today his head was in whirl. There's a word conscientious. Conscientious means careful, okay, and there's a word whirl. Whirl means confused, okay. So what happens after the lunch break? Bipin Babu was realizing that he just could not continue to work on his desk, okay. That was never happened to him in his job of 25 years. That was very unusual for him, okay. And he was known for very hard work and very conscientious worker, means he was very careful and he used to do every work correctly, okay. Unlike always, he was unable to think very clearly today, because the thing which was going on in his mind, that whether he has lost his memory, okay. Now we will move to the next. Back home at 2:30, Bipin Babu lay down in bed and tried to gather his wits together. He knew that it was possible to lose one's memory through an injury in the head, but he don't know of a single instance of someone remembering everything except one particular incident, and a very recent and significant one at that. He had always wanted to go to Ranchi. To have gone there, done things, and not to remember was something utterly impossible. There are some words like wits is used there. Wits means intelligence, okay, and utterly means absolutely. In the last one, absolutely, okay. We will try to understand what happened in that paragraph. When he reached his home by 2:30 in the afternoon, Bipin Babu lay down in his bed and he tried to calm himself and to think clearly, okay. He was well aware about the possibility of losing one's memory because of an injury in the head, but he was unable to recall that kind of injury in his life, okay. It was more difficult for him to believe because the incident he had forgotten was quite recent and actually significant, means the incident which he was forgetting, which was very significant according to the Parimal Ghosh, okay. As it had been mentioned earlier, he had always wanted to go to Ranchi, but he also wanted to do some work there, but he was never been to Ranchi, okay. But how the things are going on, that was impossible to understand for him, okay. Now we will move to the next. At 7:30, Bipin Babu's servant came and announced Chunni Babu sir, Chunni Babu sir says it is very important. Bipin Babu knew that Chunni had come for. Chunilal had been at school with him. He had been having a rough time lately and had been coming to see him about a job. Bipin Babu knew it was not possible to do anything for him and in fact told him so. But Chunni kept turning up like a bad penny. Okay, there's a phrase in the last one, turning up like a bad penny, which means appearing at a place where one is not welcome. Suppose that you are going somewhere, but that person doesn't like your coming in your home. That was the phrase means turning up like a bad penny. Okay, we will try to understand this paragraph. In this paragraph, the poet want to say that it was about 7:30 in the evening, okay, when maid, Bipin Babu's servant came and announces that Chunilal has come there and he is saying that he has some important work with him. Okay, but Bipin Babu knows that what kind of work Chunilal had with him. They were actually school friends. They used to study in a same school. Okay, so the Bipin Babu thought that Chunilal had a work with him and he knows that what kind of work Chunilal is going to tell him. And that time the Chunilal was going with a rough time and he don't have any work to do. That is why he used to come to Bipin Babu for help. Okay, but Bipin Babu this time was already in too many difficulties. Okay, but Bipin Babu had already told him that it was difficult for him to help Chunilal with a job, but Chunilal did not stop turning up at his house. He has been compared, Bipin Babu compared him to a bad penny. Okay, he also indicated him with a bad penny, as I have already told you. That means in this whole paragraph, that is the most important paragraph. If you will understand it, you will understand the lesson. And there is a mystery in this paragraph. Means Chunilal came in the house of Bipin Babu, but Bipin Babu knows that why Chunilal is coming. The reason behind that was Chunilal had a rough time. Okay, Chunilal had a rough time means his time was not going good and he don't have any work to do. That is why he used to come to Bipin Babu for a work. Means that he wanted Bipin Babu to give him any work. Okay, but Bipin Babu was unable to help him, and this time also Bipin Babu was also in his confusion about the memory. So this again he don't wanted to meet him. Now we will try to find out what happens next. Bipin Babu sent words that not only was it not possible for him to see Chunni now, but not in several weeks. This time Bipin Babu said that he don't have time to meet him, even not today. For several weeks he don't want to meet Chunilal. Okay, but as soon as the servant stepped out of the room, it struck Bipin Babu that Chunni might remember something about 58 trip. There was no harm in asking him. When the servant stepped out from the room of Bipin Babu to tell Chunilal that Bipin Babu don't want to meet him, this time Bipin Babu thought that Chunilal would have some memory, would have some recalling about the 1958 trip, and there is no harm to ask him. Okay, Bipin Babu hurried down the stairs and into the living room. Chunni was about to leave, but seeing Bipin Babu appear, he turned round hopefully. Now what happens? Bipin Babu hurriedly went to Chunilal and he wanted to ask him about the 1958 trip. Okay, while the Chunilal was about to go, Bipin Babu reached there. Now what happens next? Bipin Babu hurried down the stairs and into the living room. I think that one we have done. Bipin Babu did not beat the bush. Did not beat the bush means doing extra work or avoiding the main topic. Means he did not avoid the main topic. He directly asked to Chunni Lal that Chunni, want to ask you something. You have a good memory and you have been seeing me off and for a long time. Just throw your mind back and tell me, did I go to Ranchi in 1958? This time Bipin Babu is asking to him, telling to him that you have a sharp memory and I think you are the person, you would know me, that in 1958 whether I have gone to Ranchi or not. Chunilal said, in 1958 it must have been 58, or was it 59? Now he again created some doubt in his mind. Chunilal said that, was it 58? I think was it 59? Now what happens next? You are sure that I did go to Ranchi? Bipin Babu asked to him. Chunni's look of amazement was not unmixed with worry. Means this time Chunnilal was amazed, but he was not worried. Do you mean you have doubts about having gone at all? This time Chunnilal again asked to him that, do you have any doubt about going to Ranchi? Then, did I go? Do you remember clearly? Bipin Babu asked to him. Chunni sat down on the sofa, fixed Bipin Babu with long, hard stare and said, Bipin, have you taken to drugs or something? As far as I know, you had a clean record where such things are concerned. I knew that old friendship don't mean much to you, but at least you had a good memory. You can't really mean that you have forgotten about the Ranchi trip. When Bipin Babu asked him again that, did I go? Do you remember about the Ranchi trip? This time Chunnilal sat down on the sofa and he was staring and staring for a long time to Bipin Babu, and he was telling to him that, are you taking any drugs or something else? And he also said to him that, as far as I know about you, that you are too far from these kind of things. But I know that Chunnilal also said to him that he knows that friendship doesn't mean to him, but at least he had a good memory. Means he wanted to say that Chunnilal himself had a good memory, and he again asked to Bipin Babu that you can't really mean that you have forgotten about the Ranchi trip. How can you do that? How can you forget the trip of Ranchi? Okay, now we will move to the next. Then Bipin Babu had to turn away from Chunni's incredulous stare. This time Bipin Babu turned away. His incredulous means continuous. Okay, Bipin Babu was continuously staring. The Chunnilal was continuously staring at Bipin Babu. After some time, Bipin Babu turned his face away from it. Do you remember what my last job was? Asked Chunnilal. Oh, of course, you worked in a travel agency. Chunnilal asked to him that, do you remember? He just wanted to check his memory. That, do you remember what his last job was? This time Bipin Babu replied him that your last job was in a travel agency. You remember that, and you don't remember that it was I who fixed up your railway bookings for Ranchi. I went to the station to see if one of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you? You don't look too well, you know. Now, this time, that Chunni Lal has created more doubts in the mind of Bipin Babu. He told him that you can't remember everything. Means I was the person who booked your railway tickets, and I was the person who went with you in the railway station to drop you to the railway station. One of the fan in your compartment was not working, and I called an electrician who fixed that. Have you forgotten everything? Means Chunni Lal created some more doubts in the mind of Bipin Babu. Bipin Babu shied and shook his head. This time, Bipin Babu is feeling ashamed, and he shook his head that he is not able to remind anything. I have been working too hard, he said at last. That must be the reason. Must see about consulting a specialist. Now Bipin Babu has realized and telling that he is working too hard for a long time. That is the reason. That is why it happened to him. He has lost a memory of the past, of a special incident. Okay. Now he is thinking that he must consult to a specialist doctor. Now, doubtless, it was Bipin's condition which made Chunni Lal leave without mentioning anything about a job. This time, Chunni Lal did not mention about the requirement of his job. Okay, and he went away from the place. Paresh Chanda was a young physician with a pair of bright eyes and a sharp nose. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptoms. Look, Dr. Chanda, said Bipin Babu desperately, you must cure me of this horrible illness. I can't tell you how it is affecting my work. Okay, this time Bipin Babu went to Dr. Chanda, and he was a young physician and who has very sharp eyes and a sharp nose. But when he heard about the problem of Bipin Babu, he was unable to think anymore. Okay, but this time Bipin Babu was requesting to him very desperately that he has to cure his illness, because he was unable to work, he was unable to concentrate in his work because of this problem. Now we will move next. Dr. Chanda shook his head. This time Dr. Chanda shook his head and was trying to understand the problem of Bipin Babu. You know what, Mr. Chaudhary, he said, I have never had to deal with a case such as yours. Frankly, this is quite outside my field of experience, but I have one suggestion. I don't know if it will work, but it is worth a try. I can do no harm. Sorry, it can do no harm. This time, Mr. Chaudhary said to Bipin Babu that I have never dealt a case like yours. Frankly, if I speak to you, that it is out of my experience, it is not in my field. Okay, but he want to suggest him that he has a suggestion by which he can cure his problem. Now, what was the suggestion? Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously. Now, this time Bipin Babu wanted to know that what is the suggestion that Dr. Chanda giving to him. He was very curious about that. Okay, as far as I can make out, said Dr. Chanda, and I think you are of the same opinion. You must have been to Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, the entire episode has slipped out from your mind. What I suggest is that You go to Ranchi once again. The sight of the place may remind you of your trip. This is not impossible. More than that, I can't do at the moment. I am prescribing a nerve tonic and a tranquilizer. Sleep is essential, or the symptoms will get more pronounced. When Dr. Chanda said to him that I have a suggestion for you, this time Vipin Babu was very much anxious and he wanted to know the suggestion. Dr. Chanda said to him that it will be better to go to the place, the incident you have forgot from there. Okay, means he suggested him to go to Ranchi, and if he will go to Ranchi, there he will be able to recall the memories of the past, because there was no doubt in the mind of Bipin Babu that he has lost or he has lapsed the memory of that year in 1958 when he went to Ranchi. Means he was also confident that in 1958 he went to Ranchi, but he is not able to recall that moment. That is why Dr. Chanda advised him to go to Ranchi, and he also gave him some nerve tonic and tranquilizer. Tranquilizer means it is a kind of medicine which will help him to sleep. That is why he told him that sleep is essential and symptoms will get more pronounced. Means inadequate sleep would only worsen the symptoms. Okay, now we will move to the next. Bipin Babu felt somewhat better the next morning. After breakfast, he rang up his office, gave some instruction, and then procured a first class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. Now, next morning, after breakfast, he called his office and gave some instruction, and after that, he booked a ticket to Ranchi in the same evening, as suggested by Dr. Chanda, that he should go to Ranchi, and when he will reach there he will recall the incident of 1958. So that is why he decided to go to Ranchi. Now he has booked the ticket for Ranchi in the next evening. Okay, now we will move to the next phase of the lesson, that is that is the phase number 4. Getting off the train at Ranchi next morning, he realized at once that he had never been there before. He came out of the station, took a taxi, and drove around the town for a while. He realized that the streets, the buildings, the hotels, the bazaars, and the Morabadi hills, with none of these had he the slightest acquaintance. Would a trip to Hodro Falls help? He did not believe so, but at the same time, he did not wish to leave with the feeling that he hadn't tried enough. So he arranged for a car and left for Hodro Falls in the afternoon. Now, what happens when he reached to Ranchi? When he reached to Ranchi next morning, and as soon as he deboarded the train, means he came out of the train, he was sure that he had never visited the place which is known as Ranchi before. Okay, he took a taxi as he came out of the railway station, and he walked around in the town for a while, and he had never seen those buildings, hotels, markets, or Morabadi hills before. Okay, he was not sure if a trip to Hodro Falls would make any difference, but he just did not want to leave with a feeling of not having tried enough. Okay, that is why he arranged a taxi to go to Hodro Falls, and he left in the afternoon. Is that clear? Now, next one. After 5 o'clock the same afternoon, in Hodros, two Gujarati gentlemen from a group of picnickers discovered Bipin Babu lying unconscious beside a builder when he came around. The first thing Vipin Babu said was, I am finished. There is no hope left. Now there was a strange incident which was happened with Vipin Babu there. What happens? It was around 5 o'clock in the afternoon when two Gujarati men who had come with a group of picnickers, means two Gujarati people were came there with the picnickers. They were in picnic. They found Bipin Babu lying unconscious beside a large rock. Okay, when he regained his consciousness, means when he became conscious, his first words were there, I am finished, there is no hope left. Means when Bipin Babu reached to Hudro Falls, he came to know that he had never come to this place, to the Hudro Falls. That is why he became very irritated and get unconscious. Okay, after some time when he became conscious, there were some words like I am finished, there is no hope, to rewind his memory. Now next morning Bipin Babu was back in Calcutta. He realized that there was truly no hope for him. Soon he would lose everything, his will to work, his confidence, his ability, his balance of mind. Was he going to end up in the asylum? Yet Bipin Babu could not think anymore. Next morning, when he reached to his hometown in Calcutta, previously it was called Calcutta, this time it is called Kolkata. Okay, when he reached at his workplace, this time he was thinking that truly there is no hope now. He is not going to rewind his memory, and he is thinking that is he going to lose everything, whatever in his mind, means his confidence, his ability to work, his balance of mind. And he was also thinking that was he going to end of his life in a mental asylum? Okay, he was thinking that is he going to mad, that he is he going to spend his life in a mental asylum. He could not think anymore now. He was very much frustrated. Now we will move next. Back home, he rang up Dr. Chanda and asked him to come over. Then, after a shower, he got into bed with an ice bag clamped on his head. Just then, the servant brought him a letter which someone had left in the letter box, a greenish envelope with his name in the red ink on it. Now, what happens? When Bipin Babu was very much irritated in the evening time, when he was back home, he rang, means he called Dr. Chanda, and he called him and he told him to come in his home. After the shower, when he take bath, he got into the bed with a ice bag clamped on his head. Okay, means clamped on his head means his head was in confusion and there was a headache because of too much things going on in his mind. Then his servant came with a letter and the name was also written in the envelope, and that was a greenish envelope. Now what happens next? This is the turning point of the lesson. Above the name it said urgent and confidential. In spite of his condition, Bipin Babu had a feeling that he ought to go through the letter. He tore open the envelope and took out the letter. This is what he read. Now when he got that envelope, there was written it was urgent and confidential. Bipin Babu was not in the condition to read that lesson, but this time he tore that envelope and he tried to read the letter, and this is what that was written in the letter. Okay, we are reading the letter there. Dear Vipin, I had no idea that affluence would bring about the kind of a chance in you that it has done? Was it so difficult for you to help out an old friend down in his luck? I have no money, so my resources are limited. What I have is imagination, a part of which I used in retribution of your unfeeling behavior. Well, you will be able, you will be all right again now. A novel I have written is being considered by a publisher. If he likes it enough, it will see me through the next few months. And the name was written yours, Chunni Lal. Means this letter was written by Chunni Lal, and this is the extreme point of this lesson, and this is the mystery revealing letter which was written by Chunni Lal. In this letter, what was written, we will try to understand. The letter begins with a salutation to Bipin Babu, like dear sir. The writer of the letter had further shown disappointment. Means, as you know, this letter is written by Chunni Lal, and he was very much disappointed. Okay, and how wealth had changed Vipin Babu. He wanted to say that Vipin Babu had money and he was changed. He don't want to help anyone. He says that it was unexpected from Bipin Babu that he was changed. In the letter, Chunni Lal asked him if it had become so difficult for him to help his childhood friend. He further adds that he has scarcity of resources as he had no money and all he had was imagination, which he used to take a revenge for Bipin Babu's behavior towards his misery. Means clearly Chunni Lal written in his letter that the Chunni Lal wanted to take revenge from Bipin Babu because Bipin Babu did not help him in his misery days, in his difficult days. Even they were school friends, but Bipin Babu did not help him. That is why Chunni Lal wanted to take revenge from him. He reveals that Bipin Babu would be fine now. Okay, he also tell him that a novel that Chunni Lal had written is being considered by a publisher. He will have enough money for next few months, and if the publishers likes and approve it. Okay, now Chunni Lal had written a novel and a publisher is going to publish it. Means now Bipin Babu had a work of a writer, but when he was in difficult time, he came too many times to Bipin Babu for seeking help, but Bipin Babu did not help him. That is why that person, that Chunni Lal, the school friend of Bipin Babu, wanted to take revenge from him. Okay. Now next one. When Dr. Chanda came, Bipin Babu said, I am fine. It all came back as soon as I got off the train at Ranchi. A unique case, said Dr. Chanda. I shall certainly write about it in a medical journal. Okay, when Dr. Chanda reached at the home of Bipin Babu, this time Bipin Babu said that now it is fine. I have remembered, I have recalled all the thing when I came out of the train. This time Dr. Chanda thought that it was a unique case and he will definitely write down all these things in a medical journal. Okay. This time Bipin Babu did not said him that it was whole planned by Chunni Lal. I think all of you have understood the fact that Bipin Babu had never gone to Ranchi. It was a plan which was made by Chunni Lal to take revenge from Bipin Babu. Is that clear now? The reason why I sent for you, said Bipin Babu, is that I have a pain in the hip from a fall I had in Ranchi. If you could prescribe a painkiller. This time he is telling to the doctor that when I went to Ranchi to Hudro Falls, I fell down there. That is why I need a painkiller. Okay. In the last, in these last line, Bipin Babu only making the doctor realize that his suggestions were very good. Okay, his suggestions were very good, and he went there, and he also had a fall in Hudro Falls. That is why he need a painkiller. He just wanted to realize him that he went to Hudro Falls, he went to Ranchi, but in reality he never gone to Ranchi in 1954. Okay, he had never gone there. It was just a plan which was made by Chunni Lal, and he was helped by Chunni Lal was helped by Parimal Ghosh and Dinesh Mukherjee in his plan. This was the lesson all about. I think you have understood the mystery of the lesson. Now we will move to the comprehensional check questions of the first paragraph. There it is. Why did the man stare at Bipin Babu in disbelief? Dear students, while I am explaining the answers, please watch this video carefully, because since today I am not going to give you any answers. You have to write down all the answers on your own. Is that clear? That is why I am explaining the answers here. Please watch it carefully. After that, you have to write down all these answers in your notebook by yourself. This time I am not going to provide you any PDF file. Okay. The first question was, why did the man stare at Bipin Babu in disbelief? The answer you can write down like this. The man stared at Bipin Babu in disbelief because Bipin Babu did not recognize the man, and even refused to have to even he refused to have been to Ranchi, where they seemed to have initially met. The second question was, where did Bipin Babu say he went in October 1958? As you know that Bipin Babu said that he went to Kanpur in a puja with in his friend's home. The third question, mention any 3 or more things that Parimal Ghosh knew about Bipin Babu. You know that there were too many things which Parimal Ghosh knew about Bipin Babu, like Parimal Ghosh claimed that he had met Bipin Babu in Ranchi and seemed to know quite a bit about Bipin Chaudhary. He mentioned that Bipin Babu always carried a bag which was full of books, the first thing. And he also knows some personal details about him, that his wife died 10 years ago, he had no children, and he had a cut in his right knee. Okay, all these things you have to write down in the answer. Now we will move to the next one. There it is. Why did Bipin Babu worry about what Parimal Ghosh had said? Okay, now you can write down the answer like this. Bipin Babu worried about what Parimal Ghosh said because Parimal knew very minute and intimate details about Bipin Babu, but was only mistaken about his trip to Ranchi. Moreover, it was difficult for him to believe that he had forgotten such important incident. It was also hard for him to accept that there could be something wrong with his memory. The next question is, how did he try to decide who was right, his memory or Parimal Ghosh? So what he did, he called to Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee that whether he was right or not about his memory. Okay. Now next question, Why did Bipin Babu hesitate to visit Mr. Mukherjee? Why did he finally decide to phone him? You can write down the answer like this. Parimal Ghosh claimed that Bipin Babu came to Ranchi with Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. There was only one way to confirm that whether he has gone to Ranchi or not, that was to meet this Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. Okay, but Bipin Babu hesitated to go and see him because he don't want to go through the face to face embarrassment if Bipin was wrong. Okay, if he would be wrong, there would be embarrassment face to face. Okay, but the next day when Bipin Babu was in his office, he realized that the words of Parimal Ghosh were occupying in his words. Okay, thus he decided to clear the doubt. Okay, and finally he decided to call Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. Now the next question, what did Mukherjee say? Did it comfort Bipin Babu or add to his worries? You know that Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee also said to him that both of them were in Ranchi in 1958. When Bipin Babu heard that, it added some worries in his mind. Now we will move to the comprehensional question of third phase. This one. Who was Chunni Lal? What did he want from Bipin Babu? You know very well that Chunni Lal was a school friend of Bipin Babu and he wanted some help when his days was not going good. Means he wanted a job from Bipin Babu. Question number 2. Why was Dr. Chanda puzzled? What was unusual about Bipin Babu's loss of memory? Dr. Chanda was puzzled because he has never dealt with a case like it. Okay, it was unusual because he has lost the memory of just one incident. Okay, now we will move to the comprehensional check question number 4. The question is, had Bipin Babu really lost his memory and forgotten all about the trip to Ranchi? You can write down the answer and you know it very well that no, Bipin Babu had not lost his memory and he hasn't forgotten about the trip of 1958. Okay, it was all planned by Chunni Lal, which was helped by Parimal Ghosh and Dinesh Mukherjee. Now the next question, why do you think Chunni Lal did what he did? Chunni Lal says he has no money. What is it that he does have? Okay, now why do you think Chunni Lal did what he did? As you know that Bipin Babu did not help Chunni Lal when the rough days was going on in the life of Chunni Lal. That is why Chunni Lal did that to take the revenge. Okay, and finally he says that he has no money, but this time he has a mind, he has a sharp mind, he has the wisdom by which he will earn the money. Now these are some questions that are based on working with the text. You will find out these questions answers from the text. This is going to a homework for you, that you will find out these questions answer and you will write down all these answers on your own.